Hello everyone, welcome back to another Umamusume video. Today is July 7th, 2026, which means it's time for the Bamboo Memory banner. But before we go into that, there is a few key updates that are going to be coming to the game eventually. Although it's not coming right now, it's going to be easier for me to note right now before I am too late for this. So, Umamusume announced that for the 1.5 anniversary, aka sorta our first anniversary, there's going to be implementations of two major features, and that includes the independent trading and also PC 4K and 60 FPS. This is pretty big news because, as far as I know, the independent training we see here is actually the updated auto for the Japanese version that came out quite recently, if I remember correctly. I have no experience with this on hand, but I heard from many people who enjoy playing the Japanese version instead of the English. It is a very nice feature to have. When it comes to PC 4K and 60 FPS concerts, I am very excited for that one, mostly because I really enjoy watching the concerts, and I also would love to see more details added to the outfits and the Umamusumes in general. Anyway, that is it for this tiny little segment. I just thought it was a nice thing to announce, mostly because Anime Expo happened recently, and it kind of felt like this was coinciding with Anime Expo a little bit. I'm pretty sure there was probably another reason they talked about this early. I think it probably says up here. The Dokomi 2026 in Germany. It's probably that, maybe. Maybe that's where they said it. It could be. This is a global version after all. Anyway, without further ado, let's talk about Bamboo Memory. Okay, Bamboo Memory is going to have 3 stat bonuses, 10% in speed, power, and guts. With an aptitude towards turf, she runs dirt at D. When it comes to the distances, she has an A in sprint and mile with a C in medium and G in long. Her strategy is late, but she has a C in end and E in pace. Her epitaph is Embodiment of Dreams. Participate in at least 23 graded races, win the Yasuda Kinen Senior, the Takarazuka Kinen, the Sprinter Stakes, and the Mile Championship. Her unique skill is Red Hot Discipline. Very slightly increased acceleration for a brief duration during the closing in from the back on the final corner or later late race. Effect and duration increasing when passing another runner up to 3 times. Her innate skills are Ramp Up, Outer Swell, and Pumped. When it comes to awakening skills, at level 2 you'll get Sprint Corners, at level 3 you'll get Rising Dragon, at level 4 you'll get Fearless, and at level 5 you'll get Full of Vigor. When it comes to the evolved skills, we have a couple. Mostly, we have 3 actually, so it's more than a couple. We have 2 different paths for Rising Dragon and 1 for Full of Vigor. Let's start off with Rising Dragon. For Rising Dragon to turn into Peak Discipline, you need to place 2nd or better in the Yasuda Kinen and have at least 800 power, and get 2 acceleration type skills. Peak Discipline increases velocity and slightly increases acceleration after passing from the outside on the final corner for late surges. Finally, Rising Dragon can also turn into Dragon and Tiger's Battle. By having at least 800 speed and get at least 2 mile aptitudes, and have at least 600 guts, Rising Dragon turns into Dragons and Tiger's Battle again. This is for late surgers and mile. If you overtake someone during the final corner, your speed will increase. Finally, Full of Vigor has an evolution as well for Ready for Red Hot Tech. To meet this condition, you just need 4 types of late aptitude skills. Increases velocity and slightly increases acceleration when positioned toward the back on the final corner. Per mile. Now, it is funny to note that finally we do have some translations for these gold skills, which means they're going to be implemented sooner than later. Just a quick note of that. Although Peak Discipline and Ready for Hot Tech is more in line with the translation and Dragon and Tiger's battle, is not because it is still using the Betweener name instead of the correct English variation of Betweener, which is Late Surgery. Skills from event is Target in Sight, Sprint Straightaways, and Home Stretch Haste. Here are Bamboo Memories objectives. After the Junior Make debut, you'll enter a period of just fan grinding. The first milestone you need to make is 300 fans on late December and 6,000 fans on early March. After that, you'll enter the Swan Stakes, ending off the Classic class there. The first senior class race you'll enter is the Takamatsunomiya Kinen, into the Yasuda Kinen, the Takarazuka Kinen, the Sprinter Stakes, ending off this career at the Mile Championships. When it comes to the secret events for Bamboo Memory, I'm the best of the best. Win the Sprinter Stakes and the Takamatsunomiya Kinen, and win any non-objective graded sprint race 2 times in year 3. In year 3, okay, yeah, that's what it says. You'll get 30 power, 30 guts, and a sprinter's straightaway hint +2, and a home stretch haste hint +2. That's Bamboo Memory. Well, overall, I think she is very neat, very She does her job as a late surger, I would say, and she has the potential to become an end closer. Late surgers technically, not technically, but usually get the short end of the stick when it comes to Umamusume. And as you know, we are currently in a meta that does not really favor late surgers, but please do not let that dissuade you. If you want Bamboo Memory, please go after her. And hey, if you need a sprinter or a miler, she'll do you well. If you want to build her up for dirt, I'm sure you will find a way to do it. And you can always raise up that medium C to an A pretty easily. But that's all for Bamboo Memory. Overall, not bad. If you're a fan of her, go for it. Let's go over some returning support cards. We have no new support cards coming this update, but that is okay because we have some nice reruns to talk about. Starting off with Yukino Bijin. Yukino Bijin is a SSR Wit support card. At max limit break, here's what she'll be doing for you. Her unique effect is increases the effectiveness of training performed together by 5%, increases stat gain from races by 5%. With a friendship bonus of 20, a mood effect of 60, Wit friendship recovery of 5, initial friendship gauge of 25, hit level 2, hit frequency of 40, specialty priority of 35, wit bonus of 1, and initial wit of 30. Her sport hints are for Winter Runner, Nakayama Racecourse, Steadfast, and Medium Corners, with a stat gain in 6 wit and 5 skill points. From events, you'll get an Inner Post Proficiency, Hydrate, No Stopping Me, and Corner Acceleration on the first node. You'll get a mood up with. You have choices between getting a mood up and Inner Post Proficiency hit +1, or you can get a maximum energy +4 and a Hydrate hint +1. For the second node, you have the choice again between a mood up +2, 10 power, and heal a negative status effect, or 10 power, 10 guts, and 10 wit. The third and final node is also a choice. You have a choice between 2 again. You can get a mood up +4, no stopping me hint +2, and heal a negative status effect, or you can get 10 power, 10 guts, 10 wit, and no stopping me hint +2. For random events, you have a choice between 10 guts or lose 10 energy, get 15 guts. And finally, lose 10 energy, get a mood up 10 guts, or a corner acceleration hit +1. That's Yukino Bijin. overall, a pretty decent run-of-the-mill wit card. She has access to a pretty good gold skill in No Stopping Me, and for a time I would say that was just enough to push her over the edge, but now that we are sort of in the era of running the Unity Cup again, she does lose a bit of that favorability, but thankfully, maybe due to Grand Live coming up, or as they're calling it, our Grand Concert, maybe she will see some issues there as well. I don't know if she really reaches the threshold of enough initial friendship to make it there, but I will definitely check it for myself, because I do have a friend who has a max limit broken Yukino Bijin that I borrow sometimes. Anywho, let's go on to the last support card that is rerunning with Ikuno Dictus. Ikuno Dictus is an SSR Guts. Her unique effect is increases the effectiveness of training performed together by 5%, increases stat gain from races by 5%. Max Limit Broken heals everything in her rest of her effects. Friendship bonus 30%, race bonus 10%, fan bonus of 20%, hit level 3, hit frequency of 50, training effectiveness of 5, specialty priority of 35, guts bonus of 1, and initial friendship gauge of 30. The support hints are included Lay Low, Calm in the Crowd, Hawkeye, Studious, Sharp Gaze, and a stat gain of 1 speed, 1 power, and 6 guts. From events, you can expect to get Go with the Flow, the Bigger Picture, and Trick Rear. The training events, on the first node, you'll get plus 4 to maximum energy, 15 stamina, and 5 wit. On the second node, you have a choice between 15 stamina, 15 guts, and a Go with the Flow hint plus 1, or you can get 20 energy, 10 speed, and end the event chain there, along with 10 skill points. Finally, the third and final node will grant you 30 stamina, 10 guts, 20 skill points, and the Bigger Picture hint plus 3. Random events for Ikuno Dictus is plus 10 to wit, or plus 30 to skill points, and finally a plus 20 to stamina, a plus 1 hint to Trick Rear. That is Ikuno Dictus. Overall, Ikuno Dictus does have some merit to her, mostly because of her 15% race bonus. So if you were really looking into the fact of, how do you call it? If you wanted to do track blazer runs still, and you want to, get a high score there, Ikuno Dictus is a pretty good card to use for that, due to the fact that there are a lot of good guts cards with a lot of race bonus. So this is a pretty good choice, in my opinion. Another benefit Ikuno Dictus has, I suppose, is the access to Sharp Gaze. Although Sharp Gaze is technically gettable on the normal SR version of Ikuno Dictus, which is Wit, which I say arguably would be better for trying to farm out that. It still is something to note she has on her. And plus, well, if you're using Nice Nature SSR Wit as a support, or hell, you have it yourself, it is also just the better alternative as well. But I will not lie about it, and I will say that Late Surger Sharp Gaze is still nice. Another thing to note, the Bigger Picture is a gold skill, and I suppose if your main go-to is getting some skills for team trials, the Bigger Picture is always here for you. I'm afraid that is all I can say is good about Ikuno Dictus. Very niche cases for sure. Well, that's the end of today's video. Let me know in the comments below if you're going for Bamboo Memory, or hell, maybe if you're going for these returning support cards, let me know as well. And I'll see you in the next one. And was there anything else I had to say? One second, I'm thinking on the top of my head. Oh yeah, I'll for sure try to get some videos out going through the upgraded careers for Unity Cup and the Finals URA, but that is a video for another day, of course. I will see you. Goodbye, for real this time.